Okay, I fully agree with you there. I nearly killed myself, which I do actually have on film, I think.
And you can't stop.
Yeah.
And when it's wet, it's even more fun.
Okay, so it is 5:30 on the 1st of August. Today should have been a day that I was taking part in the England Euro, but that's been cancelled because of the coronavirus. So me and a friend Paul decided to do a 100-mile gravel ride around our home county of Dorset. So yeah, this could be a bit of an eye-opener for me, but I'm really looking forward to it. So let's see what it holds for us, just to get ready.
Love you, see you later. Have a good day. I did come down here the other day. So welcome everybody to the video. First thing you're going to see is me and Paul actually making a bit of a wrong turn, and we're going to double back on ourselves and go up to the track, just heading around this way. Now the thing is, today we're following a Garmin. It's a bit of an old school Garmin with a map on, and it tends to just overshoot some of the junctions before it gives us a warning of turning. Anyway, straight up the first hill, and one of the things you might notice about this so-called gravel ride is it looks a little bit more like single track for mountain biking. But to link up some of the different areas here in Dorset, you do tend to end up riding a little bit on the road, a little bit on these sort of light mountain bike kind of tracks to get to where we want to actually be. But it makes it all a little bit more fun. We're used to it here. This is the kind of thing we have to do. And it also gives us some nice areas of single track that we can just motor along quite happily on the flat, downhill, and also, like you see already, we're doing some uphill. Okay, so 10 miles in, it's really good. Paul's a little bit ahead of me at the moment up there. I just had to stop to just get a bit more comfy with my top and just give a little update. But it's so nice around here. Obviously Dorset is nice anyway, but it's a perfect day. It's a bit warm. It's probably about 20 degrees already. It's pretty, like, all the way through. It's been really overgrown so far. It's really bumpy. Bike's doing well. I've had to tape up my bottom bottle there. Basically I've got some really rubbish bottle holders, and it worked loose and sort of bent it a little bit already. Only 10 miles in, so I've got another 90 miles to do. Really nice day. Yeah, feeling good at the moment. Right, so literally there's no way we're going to ride this, yeah?
Oh, give it a go.
Okay. I'm in the bottom gear already, so...
There's no way I'm going to ride it.
See, this is one of the best things about cycling. You go to places that even are really close to where you live that you had no idea existed or that you've never taken any interest in. This is Hambledon Hill. Again, I've never been here before, but it was really nice to ride through here. And one of the things was that it has a crazy uphill at the beginning here. Me and Paul just said, let's see what we can do. Now for me right now, I haven't had a ride in quite some time, especially since having a gravel bike where I haven't been getting punctures. I've converted over to tubeless as something that was new to me, and for any of you that's seen the Klein gravel build which I've done for this bike, you will know that this is all a new thing to me, and you'll see how all of the bike was put together. But I really wanted to try tubeless. You can see me trying to fix it up here, but there is no way other than to stick a tube in to get through it. This is the second one of these rear tyres that I have managed to slice a sidewall on, and I've come to a bit of a conclusion. If you're using these Wildlife Trail Bike or WTB Resolute 42 tyres like I have here, they're a bit difficult to get hold of at the moment as well, but if you do use them, try to use them, especially for my weight, sort of 80 kilos plus, use them at say 50 psi and above, because I really think that's when you stop those kind of troubles. So one thing that is really new to me as well, it's not only the gravel biking or gravel bike itself, but the GoPro I have got on here is totally new. It's a GoPro Hero 8 with the Hyper Smooth 2, and I'll be honest with you, it's brilliant at taking away all of the bumps. But what is quite bad at the same time, if you're using it on a mount on your bike, not on your chest or something, is you get no idea quite how bumpy this is. And this next downhill scared the life out of me. Okay, I fully agree with you there. I nearly killed myself, which I do actually have on film, I think.
And you can't stop.
Yeah.
And when it's wet, it's even more fun. So just stopped at Co-op so Paul can get some Coke. 45.9 miles done. Feeling okay, it's a nice easy pace. Not too much power, so it's all good. Managed to have a little spill, but back on track now. Keep going. So one thing Paul and I didn't plan for was to have such amazing weather. It was dry, probably the clearest day I have seen in a very long time.
and it's just absolutely full of people everywhere, so we had to be really careful today, just making sure to keep some distance but also to give people plenty of warning that we were around them. And at this point of the ride, we've hit the Purbex. They're rugged, they're hilly, but they are so much fun. Here we go. Shock of the day, we catch a lady peeing on the path, so we better make sure she's censored. The Purbex are well known to lots and lots of local cyclists and, well, not so local cyclists for being an amazing place to actually come, use your mountain bikes for the day and just enjoy the scenery. This is one of the last sections now before we make our way down into the town known as Corfe Castle, where they have a ruined castle up on a hillside, and maybe a little bit later on you'll actually be able to see that in the video. Again, this particular downhill was really bouncy. Paul's definitely got the better bike with the 29er size wheel on. His tyres didn't have to be quite so hard. They're a lot bigger, a lot more rugged mountain bike tyres than my gravel tyres. And bear in mind, this isn't, in my mind, a normal gravel bike kind of situation. This is flint rocks that are really big, that are coming up and hitting your crank as you're going down, almost smashing your handlebars out of your hands as well. Unfortunately, on the drops, I just couldn't hold his wheel at all. He's just way too fast. His bike was a lot better for this kind of downhilling. After a short stop in Corfe Castle to resupply, we then made our way back out the other side and up towards Swire Head. This viewpoint gives you some of the best panoramic views of Bournemouth, Poole, Weymouth, Portland and Lowworth I have ever seen. Making our way down yet another tough downhill with really crazy flint rocks on this one. It signifies the end of these kind of downhills. We're now going to find ourselves out on the road for a little while. There's only about 15 to 20 miles left at this point, and I was quite glad to see the end of these crazy downhills. As by this point the GoPro had run out of battery. It's the first time I'd ever used the GoPro, so I didn't know what to expect. My phone was doing well, but we weren't doing quite so well by this point. It was a long way into the ride, so the video didn't get as much attention as maybe it should have. Here we've just been through Morton across the bridge, and now we're heading over to Puddletown Forest, which is basically where we picked up the track earlier on.
Okay, so by this point my Garmin has gone into battery saving mode. I think we're about 90 miles. The GoPro battery ran out as well. To be fair, I haven't pushed my my Garmin quite so far as that before, so it was all a bit of a trial really.
So 10 hours after starting this monumental ride for myself, we finished. It's just been a great ride, a great experience. Both our bikes got through it. Mine looks a right mess and will need a bit of work. It's a shame that I got a slice in the rear tubeless tyre that was newly fitted on the morning. So that wasn't the best bit about the ride by far. But I've enjoyed it. It's been really good fun. It's great to have Paul along with me for the day. It's just great to get out. The sunshine was amazing, even if a little bit strong for such a long ride. Some of my favourite bits from today, they were definitely around the forestry areas. So Wareham Forest was really good. I'd never really spent any time there before, but it's just nice open spaces that you can cycle around. And like I said to you before, the Purbecks are amazing as well. It's just great to get out and see lots of different things. As ever guys, if you like what you saw in this episode today, please make sure you like the video and try and take that time just to press subscribe. You'll see the subscribe button now on your screen. It's a little blue circle with Time for Bikes in. You will also see a link to the Klein gravel build there, New Attitude. Please pop over, have a look at that if you haven't seen it yet. It's really good. But until I see you next episode, take care, happy cycling, and goodbye.